All right, we're live.
Hello, Chi fam. Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, no, 2023 already.
I can't believe it's 2023. I couldn't believe that we went back to the 20s again. And here we are, 3 years into the 20s.
Yep, it's New Year, new opportunities, new people to help.
Absolutely. I hope everybody is motivated and gung ho and ready to go.
Gun ho, where did that terminology come from?
I don't know, probably the 80s. I'm a Gen Xer, Tia. I
That
don't know where I
I've
get this
never
stuff.
heard that term before.
What, really? Okay, well then,
Really,
yeah, probably in the 80s.
I've heard of awesome. No, gun ho, that's a little different. Hello, I hope I'm not gonna butcher your name, but hello, Xiomora Martinez.
Hi
Welcome. Just waiting for a few more people to pop on, and then we'll go over today's topic. Just kind of give you guys a little bit of an update on what's going on in the market. If you guys are looking to buy or sell, that way you guys could be better informed about everything that's going on right now. Because rates changed, buyers' situations changed, sellers' situation changed. Scenarios are changing this year, and it just started too. So I think it's good to know what's going on right now in the market, so that way you guys can make better informed decisions as a consumer.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So these videos are for you guys. So thank you for joining. If you guys have comments,
Hey.
um, put them in the live chat. Me and Lisa would love to read them and answer any of the questions for you guys. Okay. But let me give you guys kind of like a breakdown of what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about, of course, market update, trends, rates, of course, and financial fitness, meaning, like how to budget, how to come up with a system to where you can be financially free, and you set up a goal for that because it could happen.
Absolutely.
You just got to have a plan.
Yeah.
So we're going to be going over all of that. And, oh, my baby's crying. Hear
I
that?
hear a little guy.
You
I
heard
have
him?
this instinct to want to run over and hug him.
He could hear me from across the room, and then he's not able to get in, so he's probably like crying.
Oh, he is so adorable, Gia.
And then the puppy needs to go poop, so he's like barking. So
So technically, you have 4 kids.
yeah, I guess you could say that. Well, I'm the oldest child.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, and Nolly has 5.
Nolly has 5. I have 4. Yep. Okay, let's start with today's update. Huh? I'll share my screen just to kind of go over with you guys what is going on with the market. Okay. All right. You guys know this chart. You guys all love this green chart right here. Oh man, look at that chart, Lisa. Look at the inventory going down.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
it's going back to lower and lower, guys.
I know. See, this is what I'm kind of
Mhm.
afraid of, right? Like Lewis goes, Sacramento price is too high. It's coming down. Look at this chart. Like
You know,
inventory's going down, y'all.
lower high, it is absolutely subjective, right?
Yeah, for reals. So inventory went down from last week, like a percentage. New listings went up, so more new listings, but then still not enough. That's this blue line right here. Pending homes went up. Sold homes went down like 50%. Of course, we're recovering from a holiday break, so these numbers are going to be like this, and it's showing. The amount of homes for sale right now has dramatically went down over the last few weeks, if you guys have noticed.
That's so crazy. I mean, what is that in?
This Sac County. So this
I
is all
mean,
the weeks.
just from October to now, it's almost 50%.
Yeah,
There's 2,061 all the way to almost 1,300. That's crazy, guys.
yeah. And so these are the amount of homes for sale in Sac County right now.
Why do you think that's the case, Gia?
Why do I think inventory is low?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of sellers removed their homes off the market because they know it's slow during the wintertime. So that's what happened. Or they didn't get the price that they want.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting for too long, and they still have a mortgage, so they probably decided to just rent it out. Like a scenario that I had recently, like the sellers decided to rent it out in the middle of a transaction with one of my buyers,
Yeah.
and my buyers got kind of spooked. They were afraid that if they spend money on due diligence, then sellers might not even sell the house, and they're just going to be out that thousands of dollars, for the inspection. So they didn't want to risk their finances dealing with that type of seller. So then we canceled, and we got back in contract with a new home. So unfortunately, a lot of sellers are feeling like that right now.
Yeah.
To where what are they gonna do? There's that big unknown. So some of them rent it out because it's
Right.
vacant now, and I think that's what's going on. So, and then that becomes a domino effect. The seller does it, and then the neighbor across the street sees it and goes, "Oh my god, I was just gonna put my house on the market. Glad I didn't." And then they don't. And it becomes a
Right.
domino effect. Everybody sees it as a trend, and then they don't do it either.
Right. And it's kind of quirky, right, Chia? It's quirky because we're kind of almost in uncharted territory for quite some time now, where even though the inventory is still really low, we're not getting that traction that we used to when the interest rates were so low as well in comparison, right? But
Yeah.
later we're going to talk about, financial fitness course so that you guys can understand your numbers yourself to see whether or not it's the right time to buy for you guys.
Yes. For you, okay, not for your neighbor, not for your friend, for
Mhm.
you. All right. Do you guys know where we could check how much we can rent a property in Sacramento? Use rental meter. Here, I will put it on the chat for you. Use this chat right here. I mean, this link right here, rental meter, and just check the area to see how much the average rent is. It's not 100% accurate. Of course, you gotta take it with a grain of salt, but it'll show you it'll give you like an average, and then from there you can decide whether or not somebody's gonna charge you too much rent for that area or not. That's what I would recommend you do. Okay, you're welcome. Let's go on to the next. Okay, average price per square foot, pretty stable, and this is also a effect on the market right now, right? Sellers are seeing this. Sellers are seeing that, hey, look, prices hasn't dropped that much. So then they're kind of conditioned to, I'm not gonna lower my price then.
It's a
Yeah,
mindset right
yeah,
now.
it's the mindset right now, So
Mhm.
sellers are not seeing that prices are dropping. I'm just gonna go straight here. See, like sellers are not seeing that price is dropping according to what the media is saying, according to what people are saying. So then they don't adjust their price. When they don't adjust their price, the buyer that submitted that low offer submits that same low offer to their competition, another home in the area. And then that seller's more accommodating. He accepts and entertains that low offer from that buyer. And then this seller that rejected the offer loses out. He loses out once and he says, touche, fine, we'll wait. Another offer comes in, it's pretty similar to the first one. And the seller goes, no, I'm not going to entertain it. Price didn't go down. I still feel the home is worth X amount of dollars. I'm not going to entertain a low offer. They do that enough to where they get so jaded, they remove the home off the market.
Yeah.
Because they still believe that they could get the price that they saw in March of last year.
Right.
May was when it started going down. Everything started making a downward spiral from there. Like that's when it started happening last year. But sellers are still conditioned to that time. But they will start to reflect and change. But right now it's a mindset game, like what Lisa mentioned.
Right. Right. It's the reality not meeting the expectations, but reality is reality. Nobody can change the market. It is what it is. It's only going to bear what people are willing to buy, right? And buyers who are nervous right now, it's also because they're seeing this headline flashy, rates are too high, rates are too high. Whether it's high or low or whatnot, it's subjective, guys. And I'll share with you guys later on why that's the case.
We got some new people. Hey, Irv Green. How's it
Hey,
going?
Irvin.
So look at this. Active price, meaning that the home that comes on the market, the initial price, list price, right? It increased from last week 0.5%, a quarter. Sold price went up 14% from last week. But that's from last week. If you look right here, week over week, it's pretty steady. It's this red line right here. It's pretty steady, y'all. Hopefully you guys can see that, okay? So that's what's going on right now. Sold price, list price. Average days on the market is like 50 to 40 days right now. That's how long it's going to take for a home to go pending, accept an offer, go do all of that. So it's about 40 days now. That's how long it takes now. Before, remember, it was like months ago. It was like under 20 days. Now it's changed, taking a lot longer. 95% of sellers are getting what they're asking for when they list their price. 95%. That's a lot. That means that sellers are getting what they're asking for, like 95% of them, if they market their home right. There's a change, 20% decrease of days on the market from last week. Increase 1%, but this is the data right here. Let's go over the month's worth of inventory. Mary, the rates, the APR, we will get to that right after this, okay? I promise. I see your comment, okay? So don't think I didn't see it. I saw it, Mary. I'll get to it. Here's a month worth of inventory. Look, it's back down again.
Yeah.
It's below 2 months again. See this? I mean, it's to be expected, right? Because it's the holidays. But look, like the highs we've gone up to was 2.5 months worth of inventory. Remember, when it gets to 4 months, all the way up to 6 months, that's when we're officially in the buyer's market, okay? It needs to be consistent. But if it's just like this, we're technically still in a seller's market.
Right. So let's reiterate that again, Chia. So the 4 to 6 months is considered a buyer's market, right? Which means anything between the 2 to 4 mark is a normal market. So we're actually in a normal market, but we were so used to be in a seller's market that once it shifted, that mindset all across the board, sellers, buyers are kind of like buyers afraid, sellers are not, meeting the reality with their expectations, and that's what's going on right now.
Yep. I mean, look at this. This is just from a year ago. Not even a month worth of inventory. 0.6. That's when a home came home and was gone. That was just a year ago. And now it's like 2 months worth of inventory. A lot more inventory to choose from, but also a lot less buyers right now. Way lower than a year ago because of rates. The affordability has a big thing to do with it.
Well, I think it's not just that too, right, Chia? Again, it's that expectation. It's that fear on both sides. And when we address that and everything like that, you get to determine yourself. Don't listen to any of us. Listen to what your numbers, if it makes sense to you.
Yeah, because your situation might allow you to afford a $3,000 mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa, it may not, but that's your situation that you need to find out, All right. I think that's a good segue to Lisa. This is the market update on my end, but I think that's a good segue for Lisa.
So, guys, new year, right? everybody's looking for diets and everything like that. So I'd love to set you guys up not with a diet, but more of a financial fitness. Everybody's trying to get fit everywhere, mind, body, soul. And one of the things that stresses families out mostly is finances. So if you guys feel that way, I'd love to share with you guys a budgeting strategy. It's very simple. I'm going to plug in some numbers for you. Before I do plug in some numbers, I'm going to answer your question about rates. All right.
Yeah.
So currently, right now, okay, the rates actually went down today, guys. Okay, this is a wonderful
How much
thing.
is it at? How much is it at?
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to share my screen, don't I?
Yeah, share your screen so that way we can show some data so that way they can see that
Yes.
it's not just us making these numbers up.
Yeah.
That's why I showed you guys information on another screen because so that way you guys know that I'm not making these numbers up. It's data that's
Yes.
being collected from thousands of people, and I'm just sharing it with you guys so that way you guys can be part of that information. I see it.
Absolutely. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so very much, guys. This is across the board, the average. Okay, the 30-year fix right now is sitting on average a little over 6%. This is wonderful. I know a lot of you guys may think it's still 6%, but guys, about 2 months ago, it was sitting at 7.5. Okay, so this is a huge win for us today. Okay, this is where the 15-year is, 30-year jumbo. ARM loans are still here. Look at where the ARM is versus the 30-year fix. Okay,
Guys, nearly almost
not
identical.
exactly. So you don't have to go to that route if you really truly don't need to. Okay, guys. Now look at FHA. FHA is down in the mid fives already. Okay, this is a great news. Yesterday it was about 3/4 of a point higher than it is today. So this is really good news. I would say capitalize on this. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, sorry, go ahead, Chia.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say capitalize on it, meaning that if you are a buyer right now, remember, buyer is the one behind the steering wheel in today's market because sellers are competing to get their home sold now against each other to get buyers' attention. So you can go in there and submit a offer that's asking for them to pay for your closing cost credit.
Yep.
Recently, me and Lisa just had a client that asked for credit to buy down their rate, and the
Yeah.
seller accommodated.
Yeah. And how much was that, Chia?
It was like $13,000.
$13,000. You guys have leverage. Absolutely utilize this time to take advantage of that, guys. Okay. So as you're seeing that, okay, I'm going to close this out. I want to share with you. Okay.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna answer some comments. Okay. Irvin says, "Are people still buying homes with inspections being waived, or are we going back to normal procedure?" Normal procedure, man. All offers I'm making right now for all my clients, we're keeping all contingencies. We're not waiving anything. We're doing all of it. A lot of sellers right now are receiving those kind of offers right now to where they're not being super aggressive right now with their offers, knowing their terms. They're even like allowing like rent back, free rent backs, or things like that. So that's what's going on right now. So yeah, we're back to a normal procedure, Irvin.
All right.
Still in my area, there are not a lot of homes for sale under 500K. Depending on what you're looking for. If you want, if we have time later, we can look in your area if you are in Sacramento, of course. But yeah, if you can't find the home you're looking for, then maybe you might need to adjust your budget or look in a different area, like the outskirts of the area you want to be in. That sometimes helps. You got it, Lisa?
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to talk about the median income right now. Okay. So for the 80% area median income, it's a little shy of 82,000 in Sacramento County still. Okay. The median income is a little above 102,000. Okay. I want you guys to see this, to break it down for you guys when I'm building the financial fitness plan. Okay. You can see it's absolutely doable. All right. I'm going to close this out and I'm share with you this budget plan. Let me know if this is big enough to see, Gia.
Zoom in a little bit.
Okay. Better?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Okay. Good?
I think it should be good, yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. So I'm just taking account that two people in the household sharing a household, okay, and we're making $20 an hour. $20 an hour grosses a little shy of $3,500. Okay, so on an annual basis, combined, it's a little over that 80% median. Okay, a give or take, Uncle Sam's going to take 25% of that. This is your net. This is going to be important, and I'll share with you that in a little bit. Okay, realistically, rent around Sacramento area for a whole house is roughly about $3,000. Would you say, Chia? It's around 2,000 to 3,500, depending on how many bedrooms and the location, of course.
Yeah,
Okay,
location in the
so
house.
right. So let's just assume that it's about $3,000, and you're going to ask yourself, well, how am I going to save? How would I save up the money in order to do that? So even at $20 an hour and everything, guys, okay, if your mortgage or rent is this amount, these are the bills, food, gas. I didn't put anything else here. If you don't have anything else here, then your entire expenses is roughly about 4,900. Okay, if your take home is 5,200, you're able to still breathe. You still have about $300 a month. I built this so that if you were saving for a house, okay, the less you're bringing home here, the more aggressive I would say you probably want to do here to get you faster to your goal. You know, how fast you want to go is definitely up to you. Okay, guys? So if we plug in these numbers, I put in these so that you have a financial kind of like a vitality plan. Out of sight, out of mind. Okay, every time I bring this home, I'm going to put $30 here. It's going to be a discipline that you're going to put in yourself. You got a little, put a little. You got a lot, put a little bit more in. So again, every single paycheck, it's going to be an out of sight, out of mind type of mentality for you. Okay. What happens if we bumped it up a little bit? Let's just say it's $24 an hour. Okay, guys? And it's right there below that median income in Sacramento. Now look at where you're at. Okay? If your rent, your mortgage is roughly about $3,000, okay? You're able to save this much in 2 years without any interest accrued, without a financial advisor advising you where you should put your money so that you can capitalize on the compound interest. This is the basis. So if you set yourself up like this, how much more stress relief would that be for you guys? Okay. Now I'm going to segue into what does $3,000 a month get you? Okay. So let's go ahead and go into this plan. Okay. So I got a lot of things open. So let me make sure that this is big enough for you guys to see, okay?
You might need to zoom in, yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of columns, guys, because I have a lot of the ones I price out. So if you want to stay between that amount and everything, okay, let's go ahead and change this to the 400,000. Okay. I'm just going to use this one. Okay.
We like to show these numbers to you guys so that way you guys can kind of get an idea, because the number one question me and Lisa always get asked is, how much do I need to save? How much is closing costs? How much can I afford? All of that. So going over these numbers will give you guys kind of like a general idea of where you fall, since of course it's not going to be catered directly to you, but at least you could kind of have like a good idea of where you fall in between.
Absolutely. Okay, guys. So based on this, okay, if you're doing 3.5% down on an FHA loan, your down payment is $14,000. Okay, with the interest rate being 5.625. That's why I wanted to show that to you earlier. Property tax, home insurance, mortgage insurance. You're right around that $3,000 right there. So you ask yourself, can I buy? Chia, are there houses in Sacramento for $400,000? Are there good starter homes for $400,000?
Yes and no, right? Because it all comes down, because that's really subjective, right? Everybody's term or definition for a good, desirable home, it's subjective, right? Like an area could be rough for somebody, but it could be like perfectly great for another. So like I would say the average right now, if you're trying to get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, it's a good starter home to grow your family into. It's around there. Homes are around 400K right now in Sacramento. I know you could be in a decent area.
Mhm.
Um, of course, if you go anything below that, then the condition of the area is either going to be poor or the condition of the property is going to be poor. So to get the best of both worlds, you're going to have to go up in price. But like what Lisa mentioned earlier, if you guys are taking advantage of today's rates and seller situation right now, maybe you might be able to make it work by having the seller help you pay for some of these closing costs. So that way you
Absolutely.
can buy down the rate and make it even lower than what everybody else is paying.
Right. So I mean, if 400 isn't working, 450 would actually be a little bit better, right? Look at the
Yep.
monthly payment for that, guys. It's right around how much people would be paying for rent already anyway. So this is where you got to ask yourself, where am I paying rent? How much more do I have to pay in order for this home to be mine? And let's just say it's $1,000. Okay, is $1,000 in a set discipline for for you? And if you look at where you're standing right now, your age and everything like that, is it really worth it for you? And you can only answer that. Nobody else can answer that for you guys. Is it worth it for you to set a discipline and have that additional cost go back to you where 30 years, if you do nothing else, if you do not buy any other real estate in 30 years, you have the peace of mind knowing that you don't have to pay any landlord any rent, nor do you have to pay any bank a mortgage. How does that sound to you guys? That's a question that you can only answer for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to close this, Chia. If anybody else wants me to plug in those numbers, I'm more than happy to.
Yeah, Lisa could do that budgeting for each individual's unique situation. So just reach out to her. We don't want to put anybody on blast since this is like a live stream. So if you guys prefer to do it behind doors, just reach out to Lisa.
Absolutely.
But I kind of wanted to show my screen in case some of you guys are curious about the price point. Okay, so that way
Mhm.
you guys can have a better idea live right now. Okay, so of course, single family home, active. Let's go 400K. Okay, 3 bed, 2 bath. Let's go Sacramento. It's like 58 homes. Well, of course, I like to kind of go and show you guys the map. So it's everywhere, okay? I'm gonna say this. The desirable areas in Sacramento would most likely be somewhere up here. So there's like around 2 homes, okay, up here. And the other one would be the other area would be Rosemont. There's like 2 homes here. And down here, South Sac over here for 400K, okay? So let me just click on a few of these, okay? What I mean, so that way you guys can kind of understand why it's priced that way, and does the area take a factor, the quality of the home take a factor? Because it does, and that's what I want you guys to see. So this is a what? This is a 4 bedroom, 2 bath. Okay, 4 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,600 square foot. It's in South Sac by 95823 zip code. It's not that bad. It's really close to Consumers River College. Let's look at the
Mm-hmm.
home.
That's a pretty darn big yard.
It's the camera lens, Lisa. Don't let that fool you.
You got realtor eyes who know better, and then you got lender
Yeah.
eyes. Oh, I only get to see pictures.
Just looking at this right here, I could tell it's gonna need a roof soon. Those shingles are
Mm.
done. Yeah, I'm not an inspector, but just by looking, I know that if that was my roof, I probably think about replacing it soon. Okay, so look, you can see that. Okay, it's kind of bending. The gutters are kind of messed
Mm.
up a little bit. You can see that right here. Okay. It's got wood siding, so some of this might be dry rotted too. Look, see, you can see it's not painted behind the gutters here.
Okay, so it needs a little TLC. All right.
TLC. But I'm
Okay.
showing this to you guys because I want you guys to know about quality of the 400,000 in certain areas. Okay, so this is big tile floorings. Okay, it's
All right.
got a drop down. Okay,
This
popcorn
one looks so
ceilings.
familiar.
It's pretty dated. It looks like they just peeled out the carpets and just kind of buffed the floors to make it look like wood like that, because that's the original wood from when it was built. But some people like that. The ceiling seems like it needs to be repatched right here. It's a nice layout. It's got gates.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a great starter, guys. My first starter was a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom condo, and I was
Yeah,
super
mine was a
happy.
3 bedroom, 1 bath. This is a 4 bedroom, 2 bath.
Hmm.
Yeah, see, so the kitchen is a little dated.
Okay, could use a little sprucing up, and could
Yes,
use a
it
little
does.
personality in there. Sure.
These light bulbs looks like they just, yeah. Cabinets are seems original. They don't
Okay.
make cabinets like that no more. This was sturdy cabinets. Nowadays, it's nothing compared to that kind of quality of
Oh, for
sturdiness.
sure. And that's the reason why people like the old stuff too. The quality is definitely a lot different back then.
See, so this is all original. Okay. So let's see what this home is offering. Okay. Fantastic single story. Okay. Home interior freshly painted. Okay. Hardwood floors. New fencing in the backyard. Okay. Notify agent then show. So they didn't mention anything about accommodating credits to buyers or anything like that. Sometimes if they're really trying to sell the home, they will highlight that so that way agents could view it and see the notes and notify their clients. Okay. This one's
Yeah.
been on the market for 25 days, so it hasn't really reached that 40 to 50-day average days on the market yet. So it still has some time. It's still technically very early as a new listing. So maybe that's why it did go pending. It came back on the market beginning of January. Okay. I wonder if we'll be able to see. So yeah, it went pending. Yeah, it went pending. In 2 days, they put it back on the market. Okay, let's look at another one over here. This one's also 400,000, a little bit smaller. This one's a probate. Um, okay, they're not offering any um accommodations either. It's a probate. So probate means that the person that owns a property, if you guys don't know, passed away. Doesn't technically mean that they passed away inside the home. It just means that they passed away and they probably didn't have a will, so it went to their estate. And a family member had to hire an attorney to go and open up probate to get it sold, so that way uh they could tap into that equity that the home has and pay off all the debt that person that passed away owes. Okay, so that's what a probate is. So this is a probate. Let's take a look, shall we? Okay, the roof looks a lot better on this one. Can you guys tell this roof has grooves in them? That's how you can kind of tell that the roof is good. This one looks
Okay.
good.
This is where I'm gonna say this is the reason why you need somebody that has eyes that can tell that for you. Because I honestly couldn't tell from the first and the second either.
Yeah, I show a lot of homes, so I can kind of get used
Yep.
to it. And I go to a lot of home inspections, so then I kind of ask a lot of questions for my own
Yeah.
knowledge. It's good to know.
It
Uh,
is absolutely.
okay, the grass is dead. We know that it's winter time. Grass in Cali here don't get green in the winter, so yeah, that's normal. The home does look pretty decent, but the roof does look newer. Okay, that's a good thing. Popcorn still isn't good, but hey, look, crown moldings. That's nice. This one has laminated floorings, not actual real wood, but laminated. Seems like they still live there because there's a rug, there's a TV entertainment, and this picture was taken with a cell phone. I could totally tell. That's the kitchen. It's a little dated. Okay.
Okay.
Touch up paints. Okay. So This is a condition, okay? So that's in a little bit more desirable area for 400K. Let's go to like a less desirable area so that way I can kind of show you guys for close to 400K what it gets you, okay? So let's look at this. This one is they're doing the 1031 exchange. That means the seller is selling this to buy a bigger and better property. It's been on the market for 54 days. Okay. So look at
Okay,
this
it's
one.
hitting that mark. Oh, it's adorable.
So wait, it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Potential 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks good. See? So it's
Yeah.
remodeled. New paint, laminate
Mhm.
flooring, those are water resistant. Okay, new dual pane windows. Pictures could have been better, but oh well, it does look remodeled. Okay, this must be the master. Oh, I see a little pocket right there. That's probably cross space. So this one seems, and then the roof looks newer. So this one, obviously, they did remodels to it, paint and floorings, all of that, right? Oh, I wish they would have shown a picture of the kitchen.
I know, it's so strange.
I know, but just from this, it seems like they did some remodel.
Yeah.
Well, almost
Okay.
400K. So this area is a little bit less desirable than the previous ones I've been showing you guys. Okay, so as you guys can see, if you guys are sticking to 400K, if you go to a less desirable area, the quality of the home seems to be up the roof. It just you get a little bit more better bang for your buck, but you're sacrificing the area.
Right.
Versus if you go to a more desirable area, the quality of the home is going to diminish, and you're going to need to do a little bit of a touch up, remodeling as you're living there. Okay, so that gives you guys kind of like an idea. So to answer your question, if there's anything that's in 400K, there definitely is. Just as,
Mhm.
if you want to go to like Elk Grove, Mayfield, the newer part of Rancho Cordova, all of that, you're not gonna find anything that's under 400K unless it's like maybe a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom. This is 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, and that's kind of like the average starter home for a family that's starting their life out. They want at least
Yeah.
3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Right. Something for their own. Something to start them set you guys up financially well. You know, it's a catapult that will launch. That nest egg for you.
Yep. Evergreen says, what if you are trying to buy a home based on a good school? Is that something that can be filtered?
Yes.
You can't filter in specific schools, but you just got to know the area. That's where a
Yep.
local expert will kind of guide you towards a certain zip code or certain subdivision. So let's say for Elk Grove, right?
Yeah.
Everybody that wants a good school goes to Bond over there by Sheldon. Okay, so they go over here to, so like in this area, they want to stay here because you know why? The school over here is like 10 out of 10.
Right.
This school over here is Pleasant Grove. Right
Mhm.
here is 10 out of 10. So everybody wants to live over here by Bond in this zip
Yep.
code.
That's
Because
where I am.
if you're not in this zip code or in this area vicinity, you can't even go to that school.
So there is a map, okay, Irvin. There is a map, but you got to get it from the school. So if you tell them, it's like, hey, I'm trying to move to the area, I would really like my kids to go to this school, you can have that. But of course, if you have area experts, they technically kind of know where those borders are.
So let me just kind of give you guys an idea of how much it costs to be in that area, okay? Just so that way you guys can kind of see. And then we'll go back into maps. Okay. All right, where we at? You by Bond, right? Look, there's not even any homes over there.
No, everybody loves it here. This is my neighborhood, guys. So it's
Look,
perfect.
there is no homes over there for sale. Oh, hold on, never mind, because I forgot to put Elk Grove. Duh. Oh, Chia.
I was gonna say it's probably true because I don't see any signs around us.
Let's go back. Okay, a little bit more, but still not enough, right?
Yep.
Still not enough. Okay, so there's a few more. So look, right next to the school, two homes, and this one's a 4-bedroom, 3 bath for 650. Been on the market for 57 days. This one is 489, 3-bedroom, 2 bath. Okay, this one's not bad. It's very tiny though for uh for a home. Okay, so it's like 1,100 square foot. Normally, my advice is to live comfortably in a single family, minimum 1,400 square foot. Minimum 1,400 square foot. If you have kids and all that, that likes to jump around, run around like my kids, minimum 1,400 square foot. Two-story, minimum 1,700 square foot. Okay,
To live comfortably, you think so?
you live
Okay,
comfortably.
guys. So our first
Anything
home,
more than
my
that,
house is less than 1,000 square feet, guys. And
yeah, but
ouch,
you
Peter jumped something.
accommodated. You accommodated because you sacrifice pleasure
That's true.
for for opportunity and for your lifestyle at that time. But
Absolutely.
right now, after living where you're at, you think you can go back to 1,100 square foot?
You know, my kids are older now, and my husband and
That's
I are
true. That's true. They're out. It's just
empty
y'all
nesters.
three
So,
now.
guys, honestly, you live in a big house long enough, you know that, hey, it is just so much maintenance. I'm okay with it. I'm actually okay with it. So it's really up to you guys, whatever your comfort zone is. And whenever you live somewhere where you change your mindset to get used to certain things, what you have to sacrifice for so that you don't have to pay somebody else rent.
Yeah. So this is the area, y'all. It's about. Oh, I forgot to mention. So this home that's 400. It seems like the tenants just moved out. Oh, they're wait. The property is gonna be vacant at the end of this month. Okay, so they're in
Cool.
the process of moving out. Okay, that's why there's no photos. That's why there's only one because tenants don't want to show their stuff online publicly. So that's why there's only one photo of a cell phone outside the house. Okay, so that's another tip. If you guys are looking at homes and you guys are wondering why there's not enough photos, maybe there's a tenant that lives there that doesn't want to expose all their stuff to the public. 6 days on the market, 1,100 square foot, but it's in the good area. So if school is priority, Irvin, then like something like this will probably make do as a starter. It's a 3-bedroom, 2 bath. Just don't buy a lot of stuff to stuff it, and then you will live comfortably in this home.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I did it with 1,000 and it was comfortable for us, even with two little ones. So, we were happy.
I guess it's subjective, right? But hopefully that helps.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
See, awesome teamwork. Thank you, sir. With the current weather conditions, are there any flooding in that area? Yes,
So
there is.
the flooding is very, very uncommon, but yes, there is. And it's not actually the houses that I'm seeing flooding. It's just because we do have a lot of land there. So the land did get flooded. But it's definitely manageable.
Yeah. So look over here. All these white lines, these are streets. All the ones that don't have that is all land. So
Mm-hmm.
all of that is the part that's flooding and is coming into the streets. What you're referring to also is more closer to like Grant Line over here by Wilton. Wilton over there is highly flooded right now just because it has a lot of land, as you guys can see right here. So Elk Grove and Wilton is basically neighbors. So then some people that live in Elk Grove that's closer to Wilton will experience flooding in like the roads and some of their homes. But that's in Wilton though. Okay. So if you're seeing all the news of flooding of people's homes, that's in Wilton. That's this area over here. Okay. Not this area. This area. Because it makes sense. It's by Consumers River College. I mean the Consumers River, blah, and it's by all these river axes. So then when it floods, because there's a lot of land and uneven pavement, puddle starts here, and then so on and so forth. Is there an area in Sacramento that was once considered undesirable that is currently being fixed up? Yes. Good question. It's called gentrification. Okay, so let me go back. I always say at least every decade there's an area that gets gentrified. Would you say, Lisa?
Well, you're the expert. I don't know about 10 years. I'm going to absolutely take your word for it, Chia. But that sounds about right to me. It's just people get priced out here. People get priced out in the Bay Area. They move over to here. They make that neighborhood nicer, and so on and so forth. So it's going to be a ripple effect.
Yeah, so gentrification happens, like I say, every decade, okay, Irvin? So Oak Park, for example, you know Oak Park, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
Sacramento, you're local. So Oak Park is a perfect example of gentrification. Why? King Stadium got moved to downtown. Everybody wanted to be closer to Midtown because of that. And so, what's closest to Midtown? Oak Park, because Broadway, all of that. So, all these homes right here, okay, because if very undesirable area is like below 14th Ave down here going south. Okay, so for example, you look at this home, it's 4 bedroom, 2 bath. This one's probably fully remodeled for 450, right? You go right over to like here, even maybe even here. Look at this. This home is destroyed. It's 275K. Just came on the market. It's probably a fixer. You click here, 450, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1100 square foot. Okay, this one's probably not even remodeled. You go here, right? Like this other Oak Park, you see Davis and all that. This is 3 bedroom, 2 bath for 500K. It's probably not even remodeled. It's probably older. It looks nice though. Yeah, see, so
It
it's an
does
older
look
home.
nice. It's
It's an
really
older.
cute, actually.
Yeah, it's a cute little older home. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, it's not. So this is just the original hardwood floor. It does need touch up. Yeah, let me just blow it up. Yeah, see. So you need to go in there and clean this wood up. It's a fixer, but it's already
Yeah.
500K. Look, I can
You know
see
what?
the original wood.
You know what though, Chia? Sometimes, I mean, I guess that's the investor side in me. I like the fixers because,
Of
guys,
course. Yeah, that's your
yeah.
investor side.
Well, not only that, guys, think about this, okay? If I mean, I've had homes where the granite and the tile, yeah, it's all there, but it was ugly in my opinion, right? It didn't suit my taste. So to tear tile up, to tear granite up, not only is it wasteful, and that's the Asian side in me, okay? Not only is it wasteful, but it actually costs a lot more to take out tile and then putting the one that you want. So I actually like this. It's kind of like a scratch, start from scratch thing. I get to put in whatever I want.
Yeah, see, so like I work with a lot of first-time home buyers. First-time home buyer, this is not their cup of tea. This is not their mindset coming in.
Mm-hmm.
First-time home buyers buy based off of emotion. First emotion they got from this is yuck. But first emotion from Lisa, an investor mindset, is yum.
Yep,
Like
absolutely.
ideas, great opportunity. I could make it my own. I could
Yeah.
choose the design. I could do the backsplash, etc. But first-time home buyers, they just want to move in ready because they have a bunch of things to worry about, like finding a good school, taking care of
Yeah.
the kids, raising a family, all of that. Oh, woo, this toilet is in half. Look at that. Woo, wonder what
I don't
caused
know how
that.
that happens. Alrighty then.
I don't know, but then that number 2 probably became number 3. Okay, so look, so all of this for $519,000. It's not even that. It's livable if you're okay, but you still have to put in some major work into it. And this is Oak Park, y'all. This Oak Park going into Midtown over here. Like even some of the homes over here. So look, 515. This is probably a newer home too. 475. Okay. 475, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. So this part going up north is more desirable because it's getting gentrified. So what's gonna happen is eventually, because downtown is where everybody wanted to be, right? It started kind of flowing south. That gentrification radius started expanding because everybody wanted to live closer to Midtown. So the people around there started selling, and the people that wants to live in Midtown were buying the homes in Oak Park, and that's how gentrification happens. And eventually, it gets to a point to where that whole area now becomes a very nice, desirable area, but it's still Oak Park. So that's very common. That is very common. Nguyen Lam says Oak Park. Yep, Oak Park. So a couple years ago, I was with a client that was looking in Oak Park. Okay, and I was telling them, "Hey, Oak Park is getting gentrified. If you guys buy right now, it'll be a good opportunity to flip and maybe make some money from the equity and maybe upgrade easier to your desirable home if you're okay to bite the bullet now." They didn't listen, and the same home that they passed out on, somebody bought it, and in less than a year, when it got gentrified and all that, that person, the value of that home went up probably close to 200K in just a year. It's crazy. Opportunity is everywhere if you know how to look.
Well, being that's the case, guys, you also have to remember too, what you buy here is truly an investment, whether or not you are a first time buyer or not, right? You hold on to that. If you do nothing else in 30 years, is the odds of it appreciating or depreciating, Chia?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
In 30 years, if they buy now,
Go
even if
up.
you think at the high, it's absolutely going to go up, right?
Think
It's just,
about this.
yeah,
Every once in a while, you meet one of those OG old timers, right? First time home buyers from a long time ago, and where they bought their home for like 20K or
yeah,
50K. They're like, when I bought my home, it was only 50K, 300K right now for the same size. You guys are crazy. You guys are buying way overpriced. It's never gonna get back to 50K again.
no, it's not. It's crazy because when you think of it that way, right? Back in their days, they were thinking it was like, oh my gosh, six-figure homes, that's way too much. And now we're thinking, okay, our kids' generation is going to be like, man, my parents got this house for less than seven figures. That's crazy. So
Yeah,
remember that, guys.
and it
Remember
keeps
that
going up.
$500,000 house that you're getting now could be $2 million in 2 decades, maybe
Cost of
less.
living is gonna go up.
Hmm.
Everybody's fighting for that minimum wage raise, and then everything else goes right up with it.
Absolutely.
So he says you used to be able to buy homes in Oak Park for less than 100K before all the gentrification. That's true.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Think about that, guys. Think about that. So set yourself up to where you're doing it now and you don't have to say, oh, dang, I should have bit the bullet then.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. That's why the term we're always told is don't wait to buy real estate. Buy, then wait. Because
Yep.
while you're buying, you're paying down the principal, right? So your equity is increasing because of that. And
Hmm.
like what Lisa said, in the 30-year time span, for sure the home is gonna go up in value way more than when you bought it for. And then that's added on to your equity. So imagine that one home could potentially be your retirement plan if everything works out.
I mean, okay, guys, let's play devil's advocate and say, okay, what if it doesn't appreciate you? What if it's that one time that it doesn't appreciate? Guys, in
Okay, then
30
30
years.
year ends and you ain't got no mortgage. There you go.
Exactly. So it's a win-win
You don't have
situation
to rent
regardless.
ever again. All you gotta do is just pay your property tax and your utilities, and you good. You ain't got no mortgage ever again.
Absolutely. Randy.
And if you
Hi
ever
there.
de- and if you ever decide to rent out your fully paid off home, guess what? That rent is 100% cash flowed because you ain't
Yep.
got no mortgage. You ain't paying no lien on it. So doesn't sound too shabby if you're willing to go through all of that. If it's just one home, 30 years.
Yep. Not too shabby at all.
Randy, how's it going? Gilroy was flooded, guys. One exit away from my house.
Jeez Louise. Hope you're safe, Randy.
Well, he is. He's commenting on this video right now. How come my brother and SJ built ADU, but he's also trying to build another back home that's 3 rooms? What the heck is this possible? Yep, ADUs right now is the next big thing, Randy. Everybody's getting into it because we need more housing in the city. Is From what I'm hearing, they're turning a blind eye to some of these permits that were used to be once upon a time super strict. But
Yeah.
because they need more housing, they're giving all these incentives out to homeowners now to do ADUs. Yeah, some homes even allow 2 ADUs. One's a senior ADU and the other one's a junior. So yeah, and they're even possibly giving out grants for ADUs too.
Yeah. See, isn't that so crazy? When you rent, you don't have that option to build that if you wanted to. If you're short on cash or you want to build your cash flow, being a homeowner, you can actually have that and make that cash flow for you right there without even having to buy another property.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people I see some of them are doing right now. They're like, you know what, it's too expensive to upgrade. I want to bring my in-laws come live with me, or my mom or my dad or a family member, but I don't want them to live in the main house with us. And I also don't want to buy a new home because it's so much more expensive. ADU is a perfect solution because it's not too expensive and it's you still live in the main house, and the ADU could be for your family member. And if one day they decide to move out, guess what? You just got value on your home right now because ADU is becoming a big thing now. Appraisers are starting to consider ADU as a value proposition now to a home, similar to like if you remodeled it.
Yeah.
So that is becoming a thing. Get ready for that, guys. A few months ago, I think there was this video, right? TikTok video about somebody showing, I don't know, it was like a small little room in the Bay Area where it was like bunk beds, and each bunk bed was like what, $800 a month?
Hey, that was better than that couch for $800 a month. Guys,
Some-
people are having a hard time right now. Everybody, is hurting with the economy being the way that it is. It's okay. We want to get in front of the fear and also make sure that you budget in a way where it makes financial sense for you first. Everything else will come into play.
100%, 100%. So that's why if you guys didn't miss the part about the financial fitness that about budgeting, you guys should go back and rewind and watch that. So that way you guys can kind of look at the numbers and kind of see where you kind of fall. Because Lisa gave a bunch of numbers. So that way you guys can figure out which column you fall under. And it just kind of go from there, see how you're budgeting and how you're able to make it work for you. Because not everybody's situation is the same. Okay. I know we say that a lot, but it is very true. Like you guys don't know how many times me and Lisa get asked, well, my brother-in-law bought a house and they make less than I do. Yeah, they make less than you do, but maybe they don't have as much debt. And vice versa.
Exactly.
Maybe they have
Exactly.
more debt, but they make way more money than you. So then banks are looking at the risk factor, debt to income ratio wise. And then based off of that, their debt to income ratio was a lot lower than yours. So they were able to have a higher purchasing power. Everything comes into account when it comes to borrowing a mortgage. It's not like how it used to be in 07, 08 days where it was ninja loans. Okay. It's not like that no more.
Yeah.
They they don't want to create that scenario again. So that's why they have all of these tight rules and regulations towards borrowers now. Like sometimes we'll talk to old timers that bought a home during that time, and Lisa will have a difficult time asking for documentations from them because they're like, I don't remember ever giving my whole life information documentations to the lender before when I bought a home. When did you buy a home, sir? In 06? Oh yeah, there you go. Do you
Right
still
before the
have that?
crash.
And yeah, then we asked them the
Yeah.
next question. Do you still own that home? No, I let it go. There you go. So
Absolutely.
like everything happens for a reason. Okay. That time happened because they didn't ask for any documentation. Okay. If your breath stayed from a mile away, you got a loan. Okay, so like now it's not like that. They check for everything. If you're getting gifts and donations from family members or friends to help you on the down payment to buy a home, they gotta check that person's source of funds too. Like make sure it's seasoned, make sure it's not, drug money. Like make sure everything's legit.
Right.
So it's serious.
Right.
Randy says, shouldn't Lisa buy a San Jose house and rent it out? And build 280 ADUs for rent. Then also my build a garage into a 1 bedroom home, one kitchen, everything, and that's like 4 house rents. Oh, you meant when Lisa bought? Yeah, Lisa. They flipped a house. Yeah, Lisa and they flipped a house in San Jose, and then they built an ADU. Yeah, that house
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
nice. That house is
Yes.
nice.
Yes. We love that house, and I was considering keeping it and everything. But it's just the cash flow that we got from flipping that property. It was better for us to take that and get two properties in Sacramento. So again, it was just us doing the math. Would I have loved to kept it? Yes, absolutely. And we're always looking for opportunity. Okay. And I want you guys to have that mindset of always look for opportunity in any adversity, in any adverse market or any adverse anything. There's always that opportunity.
Yep. You just gotta know where to look,
Mm-hmm.
what questions to ask, who to hang out with, all of that. Did
Yeah.
you guys hear San Jose is more expensive than Frisco medium rent? I
Certain
believe
areas, yes. Certain
I believe
areas,
that.
yes. Because a lot of people had to move out from San Francisco.
I hear it's almost gonna become a ghost town in Frisco, just because
Yeah,
of
it's kind of scary. I was there last year, guys. It was definitely not the San Francisco that I grew up with. It's just a lot of business owners had to go belly up, unfortunately. And it's not because they couldn't cut it, it's because there was lack of labor. I mean, you guys see across the board, there's a lack of labor everywhere.
everywhere, even your McDonald's. So the
Yep.
next time you guys go through a drive-through, you're wondering, isn't this supposed to be a fast food? Why am I waiting hecka long for my McDonald's? It's because there's
Yeah.
not a lot of people at work. Nobody wants to work.
No.
That's still the issue right now.
So be kind to the people that actually still there, guys.
We are in a generation right now to where people are not afraid to quit.
No, I mean,
No.
there's so many ways to find work. Entrepreneurship has gotten a great surge and everything. So people are finding that it's more worth it for them to find work from home.
Yep. So there you go. All right, it's been an hour. Thank you so much. We had fun. It's good to see all your smiling faces again, Chichi fans. Thanks for the comments, the questions. But I think we're gonna end it here, huh, Lisa? Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun, guys. Happy New Year. I hope you guys get get some great goals this year and get to meet it.
Yeah, stay safe in this crazy weather. Today was like the most sunniest day that I've seen in years. No joke. But we're about to get back into like another crazy weather storm situation in Sacramento again for the next week or so.
Okay.
So
All
that's
right.
fine. You stay safe, stay warm. See you guys next time. Peace.
Bye, TT fam.